whenever I'm around you, baby. You make me feel so Everybody, can you feel the groove? Grab somebody, let it go. Ooh, everybody, can you feel the groove? You make me feel so
Well, hello, Plannerettes. How are you? I hope you are well and getting prepared for February. Now, I am not ready for anything. I have been busy trying to put together a planner bundle printable and making the landing page all pretty and making it all flow nicely. So I've been doing that for the last couple of days and I really wanted to push it and get it done. Well, technically by today. And so, of course, that meant I had to put some of the regular stuff aside, like getting prepared for this Monday live stream. It is 5:15 a.m. here in Sydney, Australia. It is January 27th. Where are you tuning in from? Let me know and make sure to say hello if you are here with me in the chat. Please keep me company because I probably going to start falling asleep because I have been up already for a while trying to get things done. So I don't know how long I'm going to last in this live stream. So I may just have to go, okay, bye-bye, night, everybody. But do keep me company. Let me know where you are tuning in from. Just like Elle saying hello, as always, keeping me company. Please do make sure, check out Elle Naturally YouTube channel for all things hair, skincare, and just really looking after yourself. And she has some great tips and hacks, making sure that we are looking after our skin as well as our hair. So hello to Elle. And of course, if you are new here, don't be shy. I'm Marianne. Who are you? Where are you tuning in from? Type in new if you are a little bit shy. I'll let you know right now. My Plannerettes community, those that hang out with me here on the live as well as on replay and on my Instagram, on my Plannerettes community, we are very warm and welcoming and we'll look after you. Don't be shy. And Elle saying coffee, tea, coffee. Yes, all of the above. I need all of the above. So of course, if you are watching this on replay and going, what is Marianne talking about today? She has no agenda at all. You would be correct because we're just going to show up messy. We're going to show up live, keep each other company. Because I know if I miss today's live stream, I won't have that dopamine hit that I normally get from hanging out with all of you. So we're going to wing it. I think I know what I'm going to talk about, but we'll see where it takes us. And if you do have any questions at all along the way, whether with my own planning, if you've dabbled a little bit and checked me out on Instagram or here on YouTube and want to know a little bit more on how I do things, let me know. So what today is about anything goes. All right. So I may, if I have still have the energy and still have the capacity, might, if you will allow me, I might record my video for the planner flip through of my planner bundle. So it's an amalgamation of all my favorite planner pages, because I've found that throughout the couple of years that I've started making planner printable download, originally for myself, and then of course people started asking where that to, where I got it, and I said, well, I made it, and then I have made it available. Throughout the years, I've sort of like, I think Frankenstein is what they call it, bit here. I'll have that planner insert, I'll have that planner insert, and then I'll print as I go. And so what I've done is all the things that I know that have worked for me, I have put together in an orderly fashion, so then I can print it just as I go, don't have to think about, pop that one here, pop that one there, and then I can just print it every time a new month starts. So if I still have the energy and the oomph, if you allow me, I might go and record that, and you'll see me, stumble. Because what I'll do is I'll probably cut that bit out. I don't know if I'll keep this live stream open, but who knows? We might get some value out of it. So for those of you that may not know, I am Marianne, and through my own planning, habit tracking, well-being, and making sure to look after ourselves, I hope you can get inspiration and ideas for your own planning. So don't just use planning as a productivity tool for, your to-do list and your task and your appointments, bills to pay, meal prep, everything, all those productivity and to-do lists. Use it also as a form of self-care. Now, if you're like me, I love washi tapes, I love stickers, I love all the pens and colorful markers. And what I didn't know when I first started planning was how much it helps me be mindful. It helps me to focus on something, because I do get quite overwhelmed. I do get quite anxious. And, as a mum of two young boys, your mind wanders when they're off to school. Are they being safe and all that stuff? So I use my planning as a way for me time. I have something to focus on. So hopefully your planning and planning session isn't causing you anxiety or isn't causing you stress. Because if that's the case, maybe step away from it, or add some creativity, add some fun into it, and make sure that you are, making things that's joyful, that make you happy. All right. So hopefully you can get all excited with your planning and getting ready for February. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let us go. So, all right, like I said, I don't have anything prepared. Marielle, hello, how are you? I hope you're having a fantastic day. So, if you've just joined, Marielle, I am very, very tired. I woke up so it's now 5 o'clock, 5:20 here. I have been up for a number of hours trying to put together my ultimate planner bundle printable landing page. So hopefully I can show that to you, lovely plannerettes. So let's see, where shall we start? Well, we might start with maybe setting up the new week. If you're in for that, let's go. I'll show you my desk. So I have moved all my A5 planner inserts into this A5 filer fax. I think this is the vibes, good vibes, good vibes, from the Good Vibes collection. And of course, these are all my, brand colors. I think this is where I got the inspiration from, my pinks, my lavenders, my teal. So, and I actually, do you know, I have all the different t-shirts. I have different versions. I have crew neck, I have v-neck, but I find, when I find a t-shirt that I like, the size of it, I actually buy it in multiple colors. So this is like my uniform. So then I don't have to think too much of what to wear. So then if, of course, I try and match it so it's any one of these colors behind me. So then that way, all I got to do when I wake up or when I have to go and be on camera, I pop on one of these t-shirts, my uniform for my work. So if you are also a content creator who, of course, maybe not in the fashion side or, showing off all your beautiful clothes and fashion, and you're worried about what am I going to wear, if you find a top t-shirt that you like and it comes in multiple colors, do that. Hey, all the big, billionaires and gurus like your Steve Jobs and Mark Zuckerberg, they're all just wearing the same thing. So then it doesn't take a time for you having to decide. So that's what but for me, it's really just ease, ease of use. I wake up, I gotta go be on camera, pop on one of my colorful t-shirts, and I'm done. So, Mariella says, in love with that planner. The colors are gorgeous. Yes, great idea. I'm hoping you're saying about the t-shirt. So, even because sometimes us women, and I think it's women against women who go, oh, you wore that, last week, or you wore that a few events ago, and I know, like, I have this beautiful dress that I purchased. It's got a beautiful print, and at first I went, oh, I can't wear it again because they've seen me in that photo, and it's like, what a waste. So now it's one of my favorite one. I wear it even when there's no real special occasion. So it's just like I don't have any china or the fancy crockery, but don't wait until a special occasion to wear your special clothes or to wear your special jewelry. Speaking of, I haven't done my nails, but I want to make sure that my nail bed are clean. All right, I'm going to zoom in. And let's see, woo, that was a fast zoom. All right, so let's quickly check out. So A5 Filofax Good Vibes Planner. So this is non-leather. In the description, if you are interested in Filofax, I have an affiliate code. So I think 30% for their personalization station. So you can, create, add your name, your initials, and then 20% off for non-leather items and 10% off for leather planners. So do check that out at Filofax. So there I do have an affiliate code. And so I'll just quickly flip through. So this is a little pocket that I created using laminating sheet. I don't know if I actually have a video showing how to make a pocket like this in full A5 size. I know I have it, I think, in personal size. I'll find that video and I'll make sure to pop that in the link. But yeah, this is just laminated sheet, and so I've sandwiched a couple in there so then it sticks together and it creates a pocket, and then I can just add lovely picture in there or receipts or notes that's important that I don't want to lose. And then of course I've got my daily affirmation printable. So if you are new to my channel, if you sign up, or when you sign up to my free weekly email newsletter, you can grab my free planner insert. So let me see if I can pop that in the chat. So sign up for my email newsletter. I send out once a week with tips, prompts, making sure you're looking after yourself, ways for you to make sure not to burn out yourself, but you also get free printable download. And let me quickly have a look. That's all. Hopefully the link works because I didn't put a space in between my sentences. But we're going to go to January. So I might as well just flip through what I've got. So I've got my goals tracker for my 7 key areas of focus. I am trying to get my step count up. See, I even have on my post-it note, because I work with my content creation and I do all of this at home. My niche is planning, so I'm at my desk. I've stopped getting outside. So then, of course, my step count, I'm just inside. I go from my desk to the lounge, to the dining table, to my bedroom, to the bathroom. So and I live in a very small apartment. So the steps and, my little steps is not getting me enough movement. So I've decided, look, Marianne, you need to get your step counts up. So then that way you're creating some movement into your day. And it's a great, small, achievable step to get me working out. So 10K steps. So either I go outside, I go on my walking pad, and I am using my habit wheel tracker. Uh, so the main goal is to get 10,000 plus steps each day. And so I have a little question: did I do it today? So the last over the weekend, because I've had the project. So the numbers there is not the date; it's just when I started. I didn't do it on Saturday, and I didn't do it Sunday. At first, I was a little bit upset with myself because I did want to try and get 10,000 steps each day, but I need to be kind to myself. I need to give myself compassion because, like I tell you guys, you may miss out on achieving your habits and your routines, but you might have been doing something else. So I had a priority of getting my planner bundle put together. So I'm okay that I'm not getting the 10,000 to 12,000 steps each and every day. All right. So let's quickly have a look. And then, of course, I also did have, I started this movement tracker back in, when's this, 2nd of December. So every time I go and walk on my walking pad, because again, I purchased myself a walking pad, one of those under the desk one that goes up to about 6 kilometers per hour. So that's just a nice little jog for me. I bought it, and then I went, if you're not going to use it, what's the point of buying these things, Marianne? My husband's like looking at me, shaking his head, going, so all we have is just a big machine under the table that's not getting used and gathering dust. So I have a movement challenge track as well. So I've done, what's that, 16. Well, I probably have done more. Maybe I have done more. So really, these habit trackers are great visual reminders to see how you're progressing. It'll help motivate you to keep going, because for me, I do get intrinsic reward or motivation by coloring things in, because I am a lover of stationery and I want to use all the colorful markers and everything like that. So I do love using, and it gives you that dopamine hit when you fill in your trackers. So visually, I'm a visual learner and I get motivated by colorful things. The trackers are not just to track my progress, but it also helps complete the habit loop. So you get triggered on, to do your habit, you do the habit, and then you reward yourself. It's the rewarding yourself that will help you build consistency, because the brain then goes, hey, I like that. I got a little treat after you did that habit or routine. Let's look for more moments in the future to do it again. So make sure, if you are trying to create a new habit or sustain and maintain or be more effective with the habit that you have but can't seem to do it regularly or consistently, have a think. What thing can I do right after it that will give me a reward? So of course, make sure the reward is aligned with the habit. So you don't want to go, I'm going to reward myself with a donut, and your habit is to get healthy. So make sure things that bring you joy. So maybe you go, all right, I won't play with my planner until I've done 5 minutes of tidy up. See, so it's that little reward for achieving the habit or the routine or the action that you say is important to you. Remember, these habits and routines that you set for yourself are the things that's important to you. So if it's not important to you, why are you doing it? If it's someone else's goal, or if they say you need to lose weight, right? Then of course you're not going to be motivated to complete the loop or do it consistently. So there's my January freebie. So this freebie, January freebie, is still part of the free printable access. So if you have signed up for my email newsletter and you haven't downloaded it yet, make sure you do, because I do remove it every time a new month starts. So then that way, my free printable page is not bombarded with too many things, because sometimes if we get given too many choices or too many things that's free, you're not excited about it. So if you haven't yet downloaded the January free printable monthly cover page, make sure you do pop it on your computer, because I will be removing it off the page, the free printable page. Okay, so there's my January. Here we are, Monday the 27th, and only a few days left for January, so I will be getting ready for February. So here's currently my habit tracker. Now look, I did a mid-month review or mid-month check-in. I think I've got the link in the description. And so there were a few things that I wanted to change around with the order of the things I do, my habits and routines. So what I did is I just cut a piece of paper that's wide and long enough to give me enough space to rewrite my habit. And then there's a tiny little flap, so then I could glue it down on the page. And then see, then I was able to rewrite my habits and rearrange some of my routines. Now, it's a good thing to check how you're going mid-month, rather than, because I have fallen to that trap of, oh, I'll do it when the new month starts, or I'll start again next week. Why can't we start again now? All right, there's nothing that stops us. I know probably it doesn't look pretty aesthetically wise, having to redo things or, do things midway through, but really important that the quicker we get back on the wagon, if we have fallen off it, with our habits, then the quicker we'll start to build that consistency. So for me, anytime I see that, if I'm doing my habits and routines that I've set at the beginning of the month and things aren't flowing, there's a lot of things that I'm not doing. And of course, then that sort of like breaks the circuit. It's not giving me my habit stacking. I start again. I'll go and rearrange. So this is a great idea with anything in your planner, that if you have made a mistake, grab a piece of paper and just stick it down and rewrite it again. Or you can grab, you know, um, erasable markers and erasable pens. So these are by Pilot Pen. So you can have it can erase the ink with friction, or actually it doesn't erase it, it makes it vanish. So the ink technology makes it vanish with friction. So that's one way you can erase any mistake. You can add paper, you can add stickers, you can add washi tapes, you can use correction tapes. All right, so there's white ones, and if you're using any planners like Hobonichi and then the Midori planners that are cream colored, you can then use cream colored correction tape. Okay, so don't be afraid to cover up any boo-boos if you're not happy, even though, of course, progress, not perfection. But those are some of the ways you can cover up any mistake, or if you need to review or make changes to your current plan, to your current habits and routine. So let me know, do you do this? Do you cover things up? Or I know in the past, if when I had the journals, I would just go stick 2 pages together, or I'll stick them together with washi tapes on the edges, so then that way I'm I'm not going to upset myself by seeing something, maybe if there's a big blurb of ink or something. All right, so really important. And then I've got my mood, and so this is a blank version, but normally this is a sleep tracker, but I am tracking my steps. So I was up and down until about last week, so was very good. So Look, I'm going to really be kind to myself missing these 2 days because I had a project. All right. So I know just because that's probably going to be 2,000 steps, 3,000 steps. So I had a project that I had given myself that I wanted to focus on and complete. So I'm not going to be harsh on myself. All right. And then we've got the well-being planner page, my weekly spread, and then so that's the first week, second week, third week, fourth week, and we this was last week. Okay, so I was pretty good with my morning journaling, not bad with some of my taking breaks. I'm very happy with my habits and routines in the 7 key areas, and then also my other wellness routine like logging my mood, going on my walking pad, getting outside, writing down what I'm grateful for, writing down the wins of the day and drinking, 6 to 8 glasses of water. Now, for my weekly spread, at this stage, I don't use it as much. So I use it probably only for noting down my older son's work schedule. So I know exactly when he's going to work, help him out, wake up, you're going to work soon because, 17-year-olds and their sleep. So weather. So I don't use it as often because I use the what do you call this? The daily pages. So the 2 per page. Marielle says, I use larger sticky notes to cover the previous days, but to write reminders on the sticky notes. Exactly. So, I mean, I have so many post-it notes and sticky notes every time I go to the stationery store, and it's like a shiny object. It's like, oh, let's have a look. All right, so for majority of my planning goes, instead of my weekly, I use my daily, 2 per page daily printable, because, excuse me, it has time blocking, it has a spot for top priority, and of course enough space to, excuse me for a second, I've got a air pocket when I drank the water. All right, so is that a nice way of saying I needed to burp? Yeah. So the 2 per page daily, and then I like having 2 days per page, is because I there's no pressure for me to fill in a whole page with daily, because I have a lot of things to do, but I don't have enough to fill a whole day's. But this gives me enough space to write down positive affirmation, maybe put some stickers and pictures. So this is start of January, and I love opening to my 2 per page daily, because it just brings me a lot of joy, because I can go and embellish it as much as I want or as little as I want, and there's no rule for me. I don't do themed ones, mainly probably rainbows, the thing that I do, the themed things, and just pick random colors that will go well together, and just adding stickers. And it just brings me a lot of joy to be able to look back. And then what happens is, when you have pretty pages, so your pretty might be neutral colors, 1 to 2 colors only. Mine is like an explosion of colors. Whatever is aesthetically pleasing, or whatever is attractive or pretty to you, it will give you more incentive, and that you're more likely to use your planner pages than not. So whatever brings you joy, whatever makes is pretty to your eyes, do that to your planner. Maybe create borders and create lots of highlighting, and then of course the empty spaces gives me an opportunity to use my stickers, because don't have a lot of stickers, or sticker pads, but enough for me to not be using them as often. So it's a great opportunity to go and use them. So a great thing too for me now that I've started is, I start to look for positive affirmations or intentions for the day. So not only am I taking up space for on my planner pages and not having blank spaces, it then also allows me to have an intention for the day, heads down. Okay, so that was I had the project, just heads down, don't get distracted, keep going, don't procrastinate, don't don't take your breaks, make sure to take your breaks, but heads down and don't get distracted with some other shiny new things. Yeah, so really important. Okay, so there's my lovely boy, my young boy, doing his work at the desk. And so this is I'm finding my two per page daily really useful because there's enough space to put time blocking, tasks, priorities, and embellish it, and then but not be pressured to fill in the whole page. Okay, so that's my daily. And then of course we're going to start today. So yesterday I was just busy uh, sleeping, catching up on sleep, so I didn't do any planning on Sunday, but I'll start today. So like Marielle says, maybe I'll put some sticky notes or more stickers, or maybe if I took any photos, print out some photos. So that's the pet. So because we are on the last week of February, there's only 1 week left there, and then there's only 1 week of well-being planner page and 1 week of weekly spread for January. And then of course another thing that I have been really I've been pretty good. Okay, probably 3 days there that I didn't do it. So it seems like the weekends, because I'm finding, of course, the weekends I'm taking a little bit easier. I'm not at my desk as often. So I'm okay that so really probably the win is that I'm resting and I'm not, I'm giving myself a little break of maybe unplugging. So really important there. So the victory log, just the same way with gratitude log, there's a gratitude log at the end of my planner bundle. There is a blank dotted page that allows me to write down 1 to 2 things that I'm grateful for at the end of the day or at the beginning of the day or when I remember. Being able to focus on things that you're grateful or thankful for, all wins of the day, allows you to look for the positive things. Because I don't know about you, if you're like me, majority of the time I'm focusing on the things that are going wrong, things that's causing me stress, things that I haven't done, right? So of course the things we focus on, that's what we'll see. So if we see things are going wrong, we'll see everything that goes wrong. If we're stressing about the little things, every little thing is going to stress us out. Okay, so the practice of gratitude journaling or writing down in a gratitude log or victory log. And I tell you this, it may seem like, oh, I've got to stop and write it down. I mean, you can have, of course, think about what you're grateful for or think about the wins of the day. So you don't have to write it down. But of course, studies and research have shown that when you do write things down, that's when you'll remember it more. That's when the brain goes, oh, is that what we're focusing on? We're focusing on wins. Remember, here's another win. Okay, so if you find yourself in a position day in, day out, week in, week out, where you are just really stressed, where you're really burnt out, where you're overworked, you're overwhelmed, try and include a practice of writing down your wins, writing down what you're grateful for. And look, these are just you know, and I mean, these are not even a full line, right? So it's just, I think that's 10 dot grid. And really, first line's taken up by the day. So I am grateful to catch up on sleep, right? So it's the little things. The more you focus, just like any habit, the more you focus on it, the more you will get better at it. because sometimes when I first started doing gratitude journaling and victory log and noting the wins, it was so hard. You go, what am I grateful for again? Oh, was there any win in the day? It was a stressful kind of day. That's all I remember. Okay, so if you find yourself in a position where you are feeling a little bit overwhelmed and stressed and anxious, and you haven't yet included a habit or routine or the practice of writing what you're grateful or thankful for or your wins, trust me, I highly recommend it, because when I don't do it, guess what I see? All the things that are going wrong, all the things that I'm not good at, all the things that I'm not doing. Okay, so this is a, if anything you can add to your new week, just maybe give yourself, all right, this week I'm going to write down 3 things I'm grateful for, 3 things I wins of the day or wins of the week, and you will start to spot all the good things, and they don't have to be major wins, like that one, I caught up on sleep, or I found the cord that I've been looking for my silhouette cutting machine, little things. Or I'm grateful that there's heating if you're in a cold season, or for us here in Sydney it's summer season, I'm grateful we have air conditioning. All right, so start looking for the wins. Mariella says, and it's always to look back into the gratitude section for a boost of positivity. That's right. And because, if you go like me now, adding mid month reflection or mid month check in and end of month reflection reviews, it's nice to flip through and just go, what happened on that day? Um, on the 10th of January, I am grateful my breast screen test came back with no breast cancer detected. See, I wouldn't have remembered that. But then, and then when I the breast screen test came back, and I told my mum and dad about it, they went, oh, thank goodness, like now they could go to sleep. So I'm 50, my mum and dad are in their early 70s, and they're still worried about their daughter, their firstborn. So those things, noting those down really, and I'm grateful that breast screen tests here in Australia are free, so when you turn 50, every 2 years, you get a free breast screen test. So those things, right? So make sure. So let me know in the chat, or if you are watching on replay, do you practice gratitude journaling or writing down your wins of the day? Remember, wins, big and small, big or small, every little thing counts. Because what will happen is the brain will start to filter out start to filter out everything else, because we get so many thoughts coming into our head, we get so many sensory things, light, sound, touch, feel, all these things, all the energy, right? And so the brain's probably like, deflecting, deflecting all these things. But then if you start to like focus on the good things, that's what will come in your way. All right, so really important that if you can, really start on doing that practice. So that was last month's. I'll keep that in there because sometimes I have to, I may have to go, when was that day again? So I hold on to last month's printable, and then I will move that. So at the moment, all after the pen planner pages, I just have it rubber band rubber band together at the moment, or any of my spare A5 planners, I pop them in there, and then I just move it around if I want to swap out my my planner for a new month, or when I get bored with this one, or I want to change things up. So I hold on to last month, keep it in there just for reference in case I have to look back at something. And then once that's another new month, and because of course it'll start getting quite thick, and you don't want your ring planner to be too full, because then the ring mechanism will start opening up, and then gaps will show in the rings, and then of course when you're flipping your pages, it'll fall through that crack, and then it'll be harder to turn. All right, so that's my last month. Now this is my planner the The Ultimate Planner Bundle Printable is a collection of all the different individual planner pages that I have created for myself and offer in my shop at mariannecresp.com. Let me see if we have, right? So there is my shop. There's the QR code, a little plug. We got to plug my shop in because, baby, that's what keeps keeping mummy and the kids and the hubby fed. All right. So if you have A5 planner printable and you want to try any of my planner inserts, but before you do, let me show you. I want to show you my the Ultimate Planner Bundle Printable. So really, it's just a collection of all these different things that I have shown you. So these things I printed out, because they're all individual. I have to print one out, and then I got to go. Okay, that's the back part of that printer. Print section, and then it was just taking up too much of my time trying to figure out the order. So I thought, well, what has worked well? And then I put it all in one PDF. So then you just print it at home, one after the other, one side, odd side, even side, or if your printer allows you to print double-sided without it being stuck like mine sometimes, then you can print all in one go. But before I do show that, I want to, for those who are new to my channel, might as well keep going with my planner inserts that I have. Okay, so far we had the current month, the last month, so the new month I'll show you in a sec. That's my planner bundle. Then I have other printable download that help me not only with my productivity, with getting things done, but also infusing fun things in my planner, because I know for me, using my planner, not just for productivity, but also for fun, joyful things, bring me joy. And it's my form of self-care. It's my form of mindfulness. So then I do have fun things that you might go, what's the point of having that in your planner, Marianne? What a waste of time. If you're running out of time or don't have enough time, what's the point of having those type of trackers? But wait. It is when I am busy, it is when I'm overwhelmed, it is when I am feeling anxious that I know I need to slow down, stop, do something that I enjoy, that brings joy to me, because then it's a form of reset, re-energize, refocus. It's sort of like a palate cleanser. Do you know how when you are smelling perfumes, right, at the perfume store, at the perfume counter, and then they spray the perfume on those paper, and then you smell it, right, and then they'll give you another one. They have a cleanser. I was going to say palate. What's the nose? Not auditor. Audio? No, audio's ear. Whatever the nose sense, right? So a cleanser, but we're giving you coffee beans, because then you smell the coffee beans and it just neutralizes your smell to be able to then go and smell the new scents, right, and be able to smell all the different notes of those scents. So I look at my fun planner pages that I have that's non-traditional to-do list, appointments, bills to pay, what's coming up for the week. I use fun planner pages as a palate cleanser to tell myself, stop, slow down, have intentional break. Okay, so really an important way. Sensory cleanse. Yeah, sensory cleanse. Thank you, Al. Sometimes words, can fail me. So I like scent cleanse. Yeah, I like the scent cleanse too. Yeah. So it's always have a look for things that break things up. I actually had I am doing a new live stream. Is my little focus button has come off. I don't want any emails coming through or notifications. So what was I? Yeah, sensory cleanse, right? So anytime you feel like you are overworked, chasing your tail, first of all, it's already a sign that you're burnt out. Not you're on your way to burning out, that you're burnt out. So you need to have your breaks. Schedule in a break. So for you, whatever that is that gives you a little bit of an unplug session, something that makes you happy, do that. For me, planner, my planner stuff, because I just love stationery. It's like just brings me back to my childhood years and wanting all those fun Japanese stationery that we couldn't afford, you know? So, really, one of those things. But the other things I have is my to do list. I do have a video showing how I use the to do list. This is based on the Alistair method of writing all the things you need to do for the week, just all on one page. If you have to go to the second page, then you're already doing too much. Have everything on one page, doesn't matter what order it's in, just write it down, brain dump it. And then once you start to, you have that list, you then start to go, what day can I action that? Monday, Tuesday, right? And then when you start assigning what day to action your tasks and to dos, you'll then get to see, whoa, Tuesday I have too much, or Wednesday I have a big project, so I won't assign anything else. So this to-do list is a great bird's eye view. Let me just, so then it's not reflecting, bird's eye view to be able to help you organize your task and prioritize things with things that are, matter most to you. So I have that. I'll pop in the link as well as later on, when the live stream has processed, a card at the top. And then I've got my cleaning list as well. So at the moment, all of us are doing cleaning lists. I haven't been writing down cleaning lists because hubby will do something, the older one will do something, and then the younger one will help doing chores. So we just go, whatever needs cleaning, we'll do that rather than a regular, because we only live in a small apartment. Okay, and then of course I've got my list of stuff, my projects list, and my someday maybe. So I have a video, and it's only like short videos, 7-minute videos that talk about how I use the list of stuff and the projects list to manage all the stuff. So stuff according to David Allen and his book How to Get Things Done. Stuff are things that you know you need to do but don't know yet what the outcome is or when to do them or what you need to do. So a list of stuff is a great place for you to park it, write it down, note it down, because if you keep it in your head, that's taking up space in your brain to try and remember it. And that's a spot that you could use to remember more creative stuff. So I won't go through that because there is a video that tells you more about it. Hello, Yvonne, my friend. It's always great to see you. You make my day so much better. And you mine as well. Wonderful, wonderful. So I'm currently reading that book. Yes, David Allen's book, How to Get Things Done or Getting Things Done. It's really a great read. I haven't read it for a while. I think I read it twice already. I love reading Get Things Done, Atomic Habits, Good Habits, Bad Habits, all those things on a regular basis because, of course, my life changes and my tasks and focus and goals change. And so when I reread it, it helps me focus on maybe different aspects of how getting things done. So yes, it's a really great book, How to Get Things Done. I do have it in my Amazon storefront in books ideas list. All right, and then of course future log. So future log, because I do not plan, or I do not have a diary journal planner that's dated, and I don't plan the whole year, so I plan month to month. any events or important tasks that's coming up that's, in the future, I have it in, I log it down in my future log. Okay, so all these planner printables is available in my shop, links in the description. So then, if an event's coming up and it's maybe in June, I'll write down, I'll get my Kuretake Z Clean color dot marker and I'll write down, all right, let's say June the 12th, something's coming up. So then I'll highlight it, and then I'll go and put the same highlight on the little columns here, and then I'll write it down. So then when I am ready to plan for that month, so for example, for February, when I'm going to start planning for my February calendar, right? So there's my February calendar. I'm going to look at my future log and note down, all right, well, what things are coming up? All right, my son's excursion, school, our first term of school starts on the 6th. So then I will migrate those information in the current month. Okay, so that is the future log. It's a parking spot for events, future important dates that are a little bit further ahead than, and if you don't have plan the full year, all right, or if you don't have a dated planner to note it down, because the last thing you want to do is forget about it. Okay, you want to make sure. So look, in December already got stuff on there. I especially put things when I have subscriptions, especially annual subscriptions. So go look at your phone. If you have, subscriptions, if you have an Apple iOS, go look in your subscription, have a look at what things you have purchased, last year that you've forgotten about, that you don't use anymore, and then have a look. Okay, well, if you're not using any anymore, cancel it, so then you don't get charged again. Because I have got caught in the past where it's like, oh no, I haven't been using that app for like ages, and then I forgot when that it renews. So then you get, your bank account gets debited, right? So pop down when subscriptions come up. So all good. Hi Yvonne. Did I miss L? Sensory cleanse. Yes. Yeah. L is driving, so slowish in the chat. Yes. Don't drive and chat or type. Fantastic. Yeah. Oh my, pull over. Yes, pull over so we can enjoy you chatting. All right. So, and then the fun things that I have in my planner are my TV shows tracker. So I look, I probably don't need to track the TV shows I watch, but it's so fun printing, cute teeny tiny TV show poster, cute teeny tiny, let's have a look, movie posters, wicked there, teeny tiny books cover, right? It's just so fun when you see things teeny tiny fied. Okay, so all I do is I go on Google, search, I'll just put, let's say, the Big C season 1 TV poster landscape. And what I'll do is I'll just copy the image and then I'll pop it into a Word document. And then what I'll do is I'll measure the box that I'm going to pop it in. So, 4.5 centimeters by about 2.5. And then I customize that in just a simple Word document, right? Nothing fancy. And then I'll just go pop in the dimensions, and then I try and do a few at the same time, or I print it on the back of, used paper, because we homeschool, so we have lots and lots of used up pages and notes, and that we can recycle or repurpose. So then I'll just print it, glue it down, and then I'll just note down, all right, there's 2, 4, 6, 13 episodes in season 1, and then I just color it in. The coloring in is a dopamine hit for me. So that's fun, right? I probably don't need to, because then if I forget what episode I need to watch next, I'll just go back to the last one I think I watched. I'm like, no, haven't watched that, or yes, I've watched that. But this is a fun way. This is when your planner and your planning doesn't have to be just the mundane tasks, to-dos, appointments, right, and bills to pay. Make it as part of your self-care. So there's the TV show. My son and I watched Wicked. I'm currently reading the book Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins, enjoying it a lot. Highly recommend it. So, have a look in my Amazon storefront if you are going to look. Helps me out with affiliate link. Okay. The other one is saving. So I'm trying to save up again. All right. Because I haven't been concentrating on our budget or our savings. So I'm getting back into the habit of putting some money each and every week. So there's the savings challenge. I'm also participating. I bought the Budget Mum Savings Challenge. She has an actual workbook that she can ship, but shipment to Australia is too much more than the actual notebook itself. So, but she does have a digital version that you can print, and then each month she has fun challenges. So, January is nearly finished, and I don't look at the challenges until the upcoming month, because then that's something exciting for me. So see how I'm giving myself little rewards to get, make things an anticipation, something to look forward to. These things are the things that bring you joy. And then I just have a Polaroid tracker. I still have to put YouTube subscribers on there. So I'm just going to add at the beginning of each month how many new subscribers I have, or how many subscribers I have. So my aim is to get to 15,000 subscribers by the end of March. Speaking of, oh, look at Marianne and her great segue. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, make sure you do. So hit that bell, and also hit the bell to get notified of when I upload new videos, as well as when I go on live. Now, 70% of you that come back and watch my shorts, watch my live stream, my videos on demand, my community posts, about 70% of you are not subscribed. So come on, hit that subscribe button. And of course, while you are there, and if you do like and enjoying this live stream so far, give it a clickety click on that thumbs up button, just to let me know and to let YouTube know that you're enjoying this live stream, all my content. And then of course it'll share it to more people like us that enjoy planning and enjoy our using our stationery. Okay, so really important. So hit that thumbs up button. Okay, so let's keep going. And then I better put that bit of swear word. All right, so I also have a brain dumping pages. I swear like a sailor, so it's not as if I'm oopsie, but I want to make sure that for sometimes there are people that do viewers of mine that I'm too fond of swearing. So I will put there, let me see. Okay, right, I was feeling effing angry that particular day, so I brain dumped. So even when I'm brain dumping how I'm feeling and why I'm feeling angry, I'm just going to keep this because I can't remember what I wrote down, just in case there's any sensitive information. No, I don't think so. All right, so just feeling angry. I think this one was husband had said, I did something that set me off, and it's more me reacting to the way he reacts. So it's just the way he is, right? So this is why the Let Them Theory book has been really helpful, because here I am thinking that everyone has to change their way to make sure that that they're pleasing me. And it's like, hang on, I ain't queen of the world, like I have to also there are 3 other people that's part of this family. That why do everyone have to walk on eggshells just because mum is a little bit sensitive and vulnerable sometimes, right? So I wrote down how I was feeling, or what was happening, how I was feeling, and then what I can do to make myself feel better. So this is the brain dump um, printable. So there's one where it's just blank. You can write whatever you want, and it's just got little squares that, as you can see here, I made it pretty. So even in my anger, even in my emotional high, high highly fueled emotional moment, I still go, and because I know it helps calm me down by creating little dash lines and coloring in. It's a great form of mindfulness because I'm focusing on the moment. I'm not worrying about like drawing and going, oh, well, why do they think this? Why they should do this? They should do that, right? It's a great way to just focus on the moment, let everything out because it is quite therapeutic to let things out and write it down so then you see it on paper. It gives you space. It gives you that little bit of space, and you're a little bit more rational and thinking, okay, maybe me reacting to something that, it's minor. Maybe I overreacted. Right, so there's a brand dumping page. You can even, this is your thoughts and feelings, maybe your thoughts and feelings. If you have ideas, it's a great form of brainstorming. And then this is, I also have this one as part of my worry log. So, as a mum of teenage boys, the young one on the autism spectrum, like a lot of every other parent or those who are carers for others, you worry about their future. And so when that does happen, I write things down and I have a look. Is the things I'm worrying about real? Is it has it happened? Will it happen? And so it gives me an opportunity to just separate myself from my thoughts and my feelings because I am not my thoughts, right? These that I can do something about it, and writing it down is a really great way of separating yourself. So let me know in the live chat, or if you are watching on replay, do you do this practice of when you are highly emotional, or when you're stressing, or when you're worried, do you write things down? Because it's important to release it out of your head and down on paper. Because if it's in there, guess what? It's stuck in your brain, right? Stuck in your head. And what happens when things are inside and they don't escape? They bounce off the side of your head, and then they start to, it's like a storm, and or a whirlwind or a tornado. It'll gathers momentum, and then it starts. Why aren't they doing this? Don't they know mum is this and that, right? And then it starts brewing. And if you're like me, you then start remembering things back to 1999. My poor husband's going, what? What? 26 years ago? You're still brewing. You're still upset about something from 26 years ago. So writing it down on paper is really, really important. Yvonne says, I don't write things down. I know I've been doing this since I think I was a teenager, even with those unrequited loves, like I'm in love with someone at school, but they don't like me, or they don't love me back, or they, oh, Marianne, I just see you as like a sister. I was like, no, I want a boyfriend, right? So I used to write in my dear diary, it'll be like such and such, doesn't like me in that way, and I'm so sad, da 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 da, right? And so just even like, or even when I had fights with, the boyfriend at the time at uni, I would write things down. It is therapeutic because it's a release. It's like you are sifting through all those negative emotions, or those worrying thoughts, right? Or I shouldn't say negative, because you are valid thinking and feeling the way you do. Because something happened that made you sad. Something happened that made you mad. Something's, you might be worried about the future, or you might be worried about the past. These are all valid. But what happens is it might consume us. We might be worrying about it over and over again. And so writing it down allows you, first of all, to release it out of your head. And by seeing it on paper, what happens is you remove yourself from it, and you are able to rationally see that, okay, maybe me swearing at my husband on the top of my lungs and calling him every bad name in the book may not be a nice thing to do. right? And so then I will be the one goes, I'm sorry, I actually, hopefully you don't mean it. And then it makes me see that I can't do that over and over again. I can't be a meanie because, of course, if he said those things to me, oh boy, we'd be divorced by now, right? So I need to make sure that my words also to others can carry scars. So I need to be nice to those around me, and by writing it down, it allows me to see that the world does not revolve around Mary Ann, right? So it allows me to see by writing it down, it gives you that space, releases it, and it's not brewing in there, gathering momentum, especially if you're angry, especially if you're resentful, especially if you're jealous of something or someone, right? Write it down, and then you go, it gives you a good opportunity to then make a plan. Well, what can you do to make yourself feel better? Maybe go outside. Have you drank some water? Have you gone and had sleep? Have you eaten? Right? Oh yes, of course. No wonder I've lost my temper. I'm hangry. Okay, so writing down is a really good opportunity to just give yourself that space. And just at the back are my different hand lettering guide. So if I get bored with the hand lettering, I do have a video showing you how to do all these different hand lettering. So I'll make sure to pop that in the description after the live stream. And what's some other stuff? A stencil. This stencil is part of Filofax's, I can't remember. I don't know if this is a Good Vibes. This is the, I'm not sure. I think I'm getting my names mixed up, but this is part of a Filofax A5 Filofax planner that has a pop-up. I think it's pop-up color, and then this little paper envelope thingy is again another part of an A5 planner, and then just a sleeve, and then I've just got my other stencils in there. Okay, so let me know, are we all feeling good? Are you ready for the week? So what I had been working on the last couple of days is putting together, so it's actually not putting together the printable download, and putting them in order, but creating a landing page. So for those viewers of mine or followers or who happen to stop by and see my videos here on YouTube or on Instagram, so instead of having this thing, that thing, this thing, I figured out which planner pages have been very valuable to me. So I'm going to just do a quick, brief flip through because I'm probably going to do a separate video later on because it is coming up to the hour and a half mark. But what it is all my favorite planner pages that not only helps with my productivity but also for my self-care. So I call it the ultimate planner bundle printable. So it's a collection of all of my all-time favorite planner pages that as I said have helped me stay productive, mindful, and as well as being balanced in the things that I need to do each and every day. So I brought them all together, that's worked for me, and that's keeping me well balanced, keeping me from being too overwhelmed or too anxious. I'm not saying that it's stopped me from being overwhelmed or anxious. I think I just have those tendencies. I'm either 0 or 100%, my temper is can go from one extreme to another. And so these planner pages have helped me build consistent habits, making space for my self-care, and as well as making it a little bit more creative into one simple printable download. So of course, if you are watching this on live or on replay and you haven't yet purchased any of my printable download, this is a great place to start. So whether you're juggling work, family, or your personal goals, or you're just looking for a better way to track your habits and care for yourself, in this bundle it has everything for you. So I am calling it the ultimate planner bundle printable. Now it is in A5 size. If you do happen to use other planner printable sizes or planner sizes, you can just change your pages in your printer setting, or if you are interested in other sizes, do let me know, and if there's enough interest. But sometimes what happens is when you have too many options, you just go, you don't buy. All right. And so I want to make it easy for you as much as possible. So let me pop it in the chat. So this is the ultimate planner bundle printable. So go to that link there. Hopefully it works. Let me know if it works. It just goes through each and every page on what problems it solves, what the benefits are by using the different planner pages that's in this bundle. So I have the Wheel of Life Goals Tracker where you can write down goals in the 7 key areas of focus. It is blank, so you can just name whatever goals you have. So I have, and it's I don't have the headings for each one of them because of course you can name it whatever you want, but this is the one that's the Wheel of Life Goals Tracker standalone printable. So I have mental, physical, spiritual, family, financial, career, and social. But in the Ultimate Planner Bundle, it's blank. So you can name it whatever you want. So you don't have to have goals or habits or routines in all 7 key areas, especially if you are just starting out or you have quite a bit of stuff on your plate. And then the other thing that I'm finding that's been really helpful as well is having a mid-month check-in. So instead of waiting at the end of the month and they're going, oh, I didn't do anything in last month, I fell off the wagon, and I feel bad about myself not exercising enough or not eating well or not catching up with friends or neglecting my family or spending too much, all that stuff that I know a lot of us, stress over. Go to a mid-month check-in and just see what's working well, what's not working, what can I adjust, just like the way I did with my current habit tracker. I adjusted it and rearranged a few things, took a few of the habits out of there or added a few new ones. Rearrange it. Don't wait until the end of the month to then go, because if you can catch it as earliest as possible, then of course that gives you an opportunity to start building the momentum, getting a little bit more regular, getting more consistency. So the mid-month check-in is a really great one. It's just a quick 5-minute check. Okay, how well have I been doing with my workout? Hey, not bad. I'm doing 2 to 3 workouts a week. I'll keep it at that because it's a bit busy at work. How am I doing with my spending? Oh no, I spent too much. Maybe next, I won't, I'll have a no spend for the next 3 days. Okay, and it allows you, a check-in allows you to go and catch anything that might have slipped away or might have gotten away from you. Now, the February printable, this is a freebie when you do sign up to my newsletter. So make sure, if you are not yet signed up to my free weekly email newsletter, the link is in the chat right now as well as in the description. But the planner, the Ultimate Planner Bundle printable, let me see, where is it? Okay, it has a dotted version that you can embellish any way you want, scrapbooking, stickers, photos. So that's normally a blank one, okay? And then it has the calendar spread. But if you do not have time to create your own monthly cover page or a little dashboard to signify your new month, there is the February cover. And I did have a live stream where I just used stamps. These are just all stamps and shavings of pencils to create the red in the block letter. Okay, free printable when you sign up to my email newsletter. If not, you can go and embellish the Ultimate Planner Bundle. Has a blank dotted page. You can go and embellish. So I have that as a spare because I'm using my cute February heart themed one cover page. And then you have the calendar for your appointments and all the important dates. It has the habit and mood sleep tracker. So let me just show you what this one would look like filled in. Okay, there's that one. And then it has the well-being planner spread. Okay, so again, I'll do a more detailed planner flip through of the Ultimate Planner Bundle printable. And then that way you get to see how it's going to help you. How do I use these pages to try and make sure that I'm looking after myself? You need to start putting you on top of that list. I have neglected myself for a very long time because thinking I got to work, right? Thanks, Rihanna. Got to work. And then I'll only rest when I'm tired. No, that's when you get cranky. That's when you get emotional. That's when you think of all the low moments. You have the sad thoughts. You have the overwhelming thoughts. You have the anxious thoughts. Start putting yourself first. And there is no guilt about it because you cannot look after others or you cannot be the best version of yourself when you're looking after everybody else because then it's not motivating enough, right? So really important. Well-being planner spread. It's got the weekly spread. So if you just are tuning in, pop back to the beginning and I showed you after the pen of how I use them. And then you've got the 2 per page daily. So now they're in order. In this planner bundle, they're all in order. So you just got to print it, download it, print it as you go. If your printer prints double-sided, do that. If not, odd pages first, then refeed it back into your printer like I have to. Print the even pages. So you get 5 weeks worth of well-being planner spread. Well, weekly spread, 2 per page daily. So there's enough for you and you don't have to go and think up what you have to print because you've got 5 weeks worth of the well-being weekly and daily pages for the month. And then of course, if there are some months that only has 4 pages, hold on to a page and then repurpose it for next month. Okay, and then it has the right, gratitude log. So the gratitude log, it's dotted, it's blank because you can just, if you want, write what you're grateful for and little post-it notes and just make it, do it like that, make it pretty. Or as I do, just writing down, I split the page into 3 columns. I use my dotted cover page, put some washi tapes at the bottom. And look, you can see I don't use up all the dotted page. But then if you love scrapbooking or you want to create some fancy stuff on your page, you have enough space for that gratitude log and then 5 weeks worth of the victory log. Remember, gratitude log and victory logs will give and build that habit of looking for the wins, looking for the positive stuff, because there's lots. But because if you're like me, that's sometimes so stuck in our own head and very hard on ourselves, you don't see the wins. All you see are the faults. All you see are the things that I'm missing out on, or the things that I'm not doing, right? We need to stop that. I have to stop that because my husband will go, Marianne, can you stop being mean to my wife? Because I'll be like saying, negative stuff, things I would never even say to my friend. So why would I say it to myself? I need to be my own friend first. Okay, so victory log, and then at the end, so this one's not included. I'll just pop that there. And then, of course, end of month reflection. Okay, how did I go for the month? And then with this, right, so the end of month reflection, when you start a new month, when you have the Ultimate Planner Bundle, you can then go, okay, you know what? I didn't do as well with my workout. Maybe I'll keep, try a little bit harder in the new month. All right, so I got itchy nose. I got itchy nose. All right, let me just pop this all back. So I'm calling it the Ultimate Planner Bundle. Dun, dun, dun. All right, where's that go? That goes there. Let's quickly have a look. I see a familiar face or familiar name in the chat, but let's quickly have a look. Okay. I'm not a good writer. Oh, okay. So I think I read this wrong the first time. I'm not a good writer. No one has to see it, right? It does not have to be grammatically correct, right? It doesn't even have to be a full sentence. It can be, broken English, right? It can just be 1 word, 2 words. There is no rule that says when you are gratitude journaling or when you're victory log. Look at my victory log, because I'm trying to fit, only a few words. Where's my victory log up here? Okay. I just kept going. Good job. Tidied the lounge. Caught up with a friend. Mum and dad visited. Got one bundle done. Another one. Another one. Right? Campaign with Pilot Pen. Yay. Right? Got to help Josh out. That's my oldest son. Watch TV with Edward. Got a new mic. Okay? There is no rule that says your journaling has to be an epic Jane Eyre, novel. Keep it simple. Keep it fun. Make it, these cute little, just highlighters, your favorite markers. Okay? You do not have to be a good writer. And it's for your eyes only. No one else has to see it. Okay, Yvonne says, sometimes I feel I have so many health things that pop up, I'm unworthy of checking in on myself. This is when it's important that you check in on yourself, because the I have found, this is only for myself. And remember, the air conditioning is making my nose runny. Now, remember, anything that I talk about regarding mental health or physical things, this is only for my, I'm sharing my experience. What I say is not, is for general information only. I highly recommend, seek out assistance from your health professionals with these things if you find that you can't do it on your own. So just make sure, I just need to put that disclaimer there, that all the mental health things that I go through is just for general information on how I do it, but make sure you ask for assistance. So if you have so many health things that pop up, I've gone to my general practitioner and asked him for help. I can't do it on my own. I've tried planning. I've tried, habit tracking. I can't seem to figure out what's going on. Can you help me out? And then, of course, I have to go and get my blood test, because it could be things that is out of my control, because of course I'm going through perimenopause, right? So my hormone levels are all up and down, and I think my blood pressure is getting a little bit too high. So if there's anything that you, with the planning, and you've tried and you've tried your best, do not be afraid to seek help, because that's what they're there for. And so it's really important that if you find, but the we need, and the gratitude journaling, Yvonne, and the victory log will start to remove those negative words that we're putting onto ourselves. I am guilty of saying not nice stuff to myself, really mean stuff to myself a lot of the times. And that's why I do these things day in, day out. I'm not good at it, like as in I'm not consistent all the time, but that is why I keep trying. That is why I show up here, because if someone else can, get inspiration, because I know I get inspiration from you guys in the chat or in the comment section that go, oh, I've never tried that. I'm going to try that. We will help each other. Okay, but it's also important that if we know we are not doing a good job ourselves, we may have to seek help. Okay, so really important. Like I feel this week, I was visiting my twin in Winnipeg when I fell out of, oh no. So who wants to read that? Okay, yeah, don't write about the things that's going, write down what went well. You got to be with your twin, right? When I'm talking about journaling and gratitude log, again, make sure you're focusing on things you're grateful for. And yeah, so don't write about, because I could have easily written, I fought with my husband, I fought with my oldest son, I lost my temper with my younger son, right? I don't write those in my journal. I look for the other ways, like, Zach gave me a hug, after. My husband made me coffee. My son asked me if I wanted to go to the movies with him. So, yes, really important. That's why the gratitude journaling. So with oh, okay, I think what you might have been talking about was the brain dumping, how you're feeling. So those things, if there's things that's brewing in your head, you know, that you can't get rid of, that's when I brain dump it. So if you find that you might writing the negative things is going to cause more of feelings of negativity, then write down the opposite. What went well? What are the things that made you happy? Okay, because that will start to help reframe and replace the things that may not be going as well. Okay. So I'm sorry that you hurt yourself, Yvonne, and I hope that you are recovering. Um, uh, so take it easy. Make sure that that you are looking after yourself and hanging out with us here, or chatting on the chat or in the Plannerettes community. Hello, Stephanie, Plannerettes Assemble. Hope you are all doing well. It's been a week, but still here chugging along. Love your planner spread so far, Marianne. Thank you. Also, proud of seeing you working. I know 10,000 steps this week. I think some of my pants are zipping up a little bit better, so which is really good. But in real life, it's not only good things. You're right. It's not only good things, but we need to start focusing on the good things to help us start to because of course life is full of ups and downs, right? It's not that there's we ignore the things that are not going well, but we also need to make sure we are not neglecting the things that are going well, because those are the things, like you being here is such a, and seeing your name and seeing your face, it brings me joy, right? Like I said last time, you and I have only been hanging out what for a month, yet I feel already a kindred spirit. That you bring happiness into the live chat for me. Okay, those are the good things. And then with meeting your twin sister Yvette as well. That was such a joy. It's like, I have twins in my live chat. Right? Those are the things. Remember last week? I don't know if you remember. I had a difficult time last week. I, I, I lost control of myself. I got upset with myself that I reacted really badly to when my son was having a difficult time managing his own emotions, right? And so, and I could have been really, really hard on myself, and thought that I was a bad mum. That I, who should be more, not neurodivergent. So we, or I think I think I may have ADHD tendencies. So, but I have more ability to be able to control my emotions and regulate my own. Yet I lost it with a young boy who is on the autism spectrum. I could have been really hard on myself. And for a little bit, I was. I gave myself that opportunity to go, you know what, this is SHIT. I'm feeling really F right now because I lost it. How could I lose it with a son does not have the ability to regulate his emotions the same way I can? And here I am, I'm the adult, and I lost it. And that was before I went on live. But I knew that by going on live and being amongst people that are kindred spirits, that enjoy planning, that bring me joy, that is something that is positive, that I'm grateful for. That was a win. Majority of the time after each Monday live stream, one of my victory logs is enjoyed my company today. So yes, of course, not everything is happy, rosy, but we need to make sure we are not forgetting all the stuff that bring us joy. Okay. Yes, your video helps a lot. And you help me a lot too, because then it gives me an opportunity that, that we are not alone. We may have different challenges. We may have different life style. We may have different things that's going on in our life. But by hanging out with each other, it gives us that sense of community. It gives us that sense of feeling that we may not have to do things alone. And by sharing sometimes the struggles with each other can sometimes lighten the load to then help you. If you can't remind yourself, let us, the community, just like Stephanie has said, remind you that you've got this. You are strong. You are here. You showed up. That is brilliant. Actually, hanging out with community is one of the ways that we can help ourselves bring ourselves up, help reduce the stress. Because not only are we sharing the laughter, the joy, the company, right? The spirit of community, but also sharing the wins and maybe sharing some of the struggles will help lighten that load. And hopefully, you, when you've come off this live stream, know that, you know what? There are people that care about me and want to make sure that I'm looking after myself. And we do. We do. Okay. Thank you, Stephanie. Baby wins add up, and the fact that you are keep bouncing back shows your strength and how resilient you are. Big victories, in my opinion. Me too. A big clap. I think you, by you being here and seeing you, Stephanie L, right, it means, you know how sometimes when we have friends and then, you know, we chat to them, we call them, and then they have, not that they have to reply right away, but if they haven't been replying for a while, you know, you get a little bit worried. But when I see your beautiful names and your beautiful, you know, little icon faces on there, it brings me joy because we are turning up for ourselves. We are showing up for each other. And I really love that. um, you handle your son very well. Yes, sometimes it's hard, but you've got this. See, Yvonne, see how well you are helping me and seeing that there is good in the things that I do. I see that for you. And you and I and everybody else in the chat need to also give that same kindness and that same love to ourselves. Because if we don't look after ourselves, then we can't help each other. So if I didn't show up today and I was just, you know, feeling miserable, I know that I'm just going to later on, you know, because I didn't get my dopamine hits hanging out with you guys, then I know that I'll get cranky and I'll go, wonder why I'm cranky. It's because I didn't get my community hug, the warmth of my community. Just the same way that you said, Yvonne, I've got this. So have you. You have got it too. Plannerettes assemble indeed, and big hugs. Hello, Sharon, the Snazzy Vegan Live. How are you, my friend? Nice to see you in the chat. I love see another beautiful face seeing here in my live chat. So that's what I've been working on for the last couple of days, is putting together my ultimate, the ultimate planner bundle printable. So for those of you that may have already purchased a few of my different ones, you don't need to get it. But it's just a really great way because I was sick and tired of printing this, printing that, popping it all together. Now I have to not print on the back of one and then print on the front of one. I'm just going, Marianne, you have the opportunity to go and put them all together, so you just print one after the other. So the ultimate planner bundle printable, the link is in the chat right now. Hi, Snatchy Vegan Love. Good to see you. Yes, Sharon's in the house. Excellent. I love it. I love it. Wood, indeed. Wood. Hi, Sharon. See, this is why I turn up. Right? I turn up because you guys help me. You probably help me more than I help you, because I just know that sometimes, you know, it can feel isolated or lonely when, you know, you have a child with a you know, I heard it someone on Mel Robbins' recent podcast, a guest, he called himself having learning difference. So, not a learning disability, a learning difference. Because I know my son does not have a disability in his learning, they're just barriers that's in his way, or certain parts that he has doesn't have access to because the way his brain is wired. So learning, he has a learning difference. So sometimes I feel like I'm isolated because, I used to think, well, no one understands. We don't have to have the same difficulty and the same struggle to help each other. But it's really, really important for me to be able to help you. I have to be good to myself. And I'm learning. I'll catch myself. It's like, Marianne, don't be mean to yourself. Stop that. You are not fat. You know, you look good. You look cute with your little clippy and all of my what do they call it? Not grey hair. What do they tinsel hair? What do they call these? Someone called it a nicer way. Uh, let's keep going. Lydia, got Lydia and hi here. Victoria, is it Victoria? Victoria. Starlight kissed. The fact that you're rocking or that you are is an inspiration. We all have rough days. Big hugs. Thank you. Let's keep going. Overtime. Encore. Yes, you're such a sweetheart, Marianne. Woodwood, Starlight, and Lydia's. Group hug. Oh, my eyes are getting. Hello, Catherine. Nice to see you. It's so lovely that you. Is this your first time? I haven't seen your name before, or that cute little kitty cat face. Nice, so glad that you are here. I love it. Look at that. Look at you guys welcoming each other. All right. So, hey, there's a few of you here. Go on. Go like this video. I'm demanding. There's 6 likes and there's 12 of us here. So hit, click, like and share. Well, probably sharing, probably. But hey, there's a few things in today's live stream. And here I was, not having a plan. And it actually worked out well. I did a planner flip through of my current setup of my A5 planner. So what did we have? We had goals trackers this month, last month, the new month, right? And we have all the fun trackers and the productivity. So it did work out that I did have something valuable to share with you guys. I appreciate you so much. Oops, thanks for that reminder. That was Newton. He died as just a remembrance of him. Oh, I like the video already. Yay! Thank you so much. I love it. Thank you. I appreciate you all. All right. So for those of you who didn't tune in at the beginning, I have been up for many, many hours trying to work on my ultimate planner bundle. I think I got it done. If any of you spot any boo-boos or any spelling errors, please let me know. DM me or message me, because as I always say, it's not about perfection, but progress. But still, sometimes those grammar police or spelling police, they catch you and then they point it out. But I don't mind it too much. But yeah, make sure you do. So, of course, anything that you do spot, if you are watching on replay, do check the links in the description below. And also from my planner and I wish you a fond farewell for the meantime, and make sure that you say hello in the comment section. Bye, everybody.